Hello, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about this new Roblox game that I think it just came out, but I got recently recommended it by my friend. Now I hopped on this game. They said it was kind of like block shoots. I was like, I got to the old max rank in block shoots. I played a lot in the prime. Same with GPO, same with King Legacy. All kind of sort of the same kind of game, island hopping bandit beater. I see this game has 200,000 players. Wow, that is quite a lot. So I hop on, I'm like, this has to be good. It has 200,000 players. It just came out. It's got to be good. I hop on this game. Now, before I go out and start hating, if you like this game, it's all you, man. You can like what you want. You can play what you want to play. I'm not going to hate you for it, but this game is horrible. This game is, the least to say, slop. And I've played plenty of slop. I'm in no way to say that every slop game can't be fun. But this game is different. 200,000 players. Game came out a week ago, maybe. I couldn't tell you, but that's the equivalent to the Super Bowl we just had in that stadium. That is 4 of those stadiums all active on this game. Now I hop on this game and it tells me nothing, so I go over to this quest, and immediately after hitting them probably 20 times and leveling up all the way, boom, you one-shot them. Already, you one-shot them. Now I'm level 2,000. I'm level 2,000. Obviously I'm going to one-shot them now. But the leveling system in this game has to be the stupidest thing I've ever seen. The highest level, the max rank right now, game just came out, is 11,500. 11,500? That is just like overconsumption. You need to leave like some room for updates. It hasn't. I don't even know if it's had its first update or not, but it is already so high. You have set the bar. I have I've only played for like 3 hours maybe. I've gotten to the 4th island. I think it's this one. I've only gotten to the 4th island, and it is already, dude, it is boring. It is so boring. All you do is just punch bandits and go to the next island. And sure, that's like block shoots, that's like GPO, that's like King Legacy, but they have other stuff to do. And they also have a more detailed game. It looks better. It has a better atmosphere. It has more players. And I'm not going to say that this game's botted, but I think this game is at least 20% botted. There's no way that there's no bots on this game. And if there isn't, it's fine. Good for them. They have a good player base. They have a big player base. But this is a new level to slop that I've seen. There shouldn't be 200,000 players playing this game. I hopped on. I already said this. I hopped on. I defeated them, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you guys a little example on why I think this game is so bad. So you start off with combat. You punch, punch, punch. There's nothing on the screen, is there? You're watching this video. You don't see anything on the screen. There's nothing down here. There's no powers. There's no moves. It doesn't tell you to have any moves right here. All I was doing was punching. Press Z. It doesn't. They forgot to even add it in, or maybe they purposely didn't do that. They don't even tell you that you have powers or moves or at all. They didn't even bother to do that. And then, so I figure out you have moves. I figure out all that. I get to maybe 2 hours into the game, and then I go over to this island, Sailor Island. I come over here. I'm like, oh, I come over here. Gem fruit dealer. I click buy one. Hold on. I click buy. What is that? Absolutely zero creativity, lack of creativity. Nothing in this game is creative. It is a circle that indicates your fruit. And there's only like, what, 4 fruits in this game? Bomb, flame, invisible, light, and quake. That is the only fruits in this game. And, you know, it's not solely based around One Piece, but you'd think they'd add a little bit more detail for having only 5 fruits in the game. And then, for probably my last topic on why this game is so bad, you go to your inventory, it's just straight AI. It's obvious. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this just, you can't deny that when you look at these icons, it just looks so obviously AI. Along with maybe the UI is AI, I don't know. I couldn't 100% on that. But, oh my gosh. It's so obvious, it's sad. It's all AI. And then, let's look at the sword. You know, I have Griffin, Darkblade, and Katana. That doesn't look like Darkblade. Let's click on it. Huh. Why does Darkblade look like that in the icon? They didn't even bother to fix that. Because it's most likely AI. Storage looks like AI. Everything looks like AI. This game is slop. Now, I'm not telling you you can't play this game. Go ahead if you want to. But we can do better. There's better games that we can put our, like, positivity into. There's games with smaller player bases that don't get the activity they need. And then there's games like this that are AI generated, botted, and they're just complete slop, and they don't add what they need to. And we still give them the attention because it's the repetitivity we've had with Blox Fruits, GPO, and King Legacy. I'm not saying Blox Fruits, GPO, and King Legacy are bad, but they've definitely had their downfalls. And that they're all slop in a kind of way. Nothing is inevitable of slop. You know, every game makes their mistake, but this game is a mistake. You shouldn't be playing something so sloppy that you can't even enjoy it. Thank you.